Okay, so in this video, we're going to learn how to print a star pattern using Python. So this will be the very first video of the ongoing series of printing star patterns in Python. So the star pattern that we are going to print today using for loops will be this pattern. Okay, here's the pattern all about. So I'll keep this open at one window and I'll open it right there so that it might be easier for me to explain the whole thing. I'm going to decrease the font a bit. Okay, so what are we going to do? First, we have these spaces. You see, there are three spaces out there, then there are two, then there are one, then again one space, two space, three spaces. So first we have to manage those spaces. So primarily I've divided the whole pattern into two parts. One is from 1 to 4 up to this, and the second one is up to here from 5 to 7. Okay, so we'll go with the first thing first. Okay, so first we'll manage the spaces. So I'll use a variable called sp and I'll initialize it with 3. Why 3? Because here we start with 3 spaces. Okay, we start with 3 spaces. Now let us take a look. Here in this we have 4 lines. Okay, we have 4 lines. That means we have an increment of +2. See, here we have 1, here we have 3, here we have 5, here we have 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, an increment of +2. So we'll write the outer for loop as for I in range, 1, 8 and +2. For printing 7 stars, I want to run the loop till 8 because it will go from 1 to 7 if I write 8. Okay, so I'll go into the inner loop. Now we'll take line by line. Okay, first we're considering the first 4 lines. So first, in the first line or in the second line, in any particular line, first we have to print the spaces, then we have to come to the stars. First the spaces, then the stars. So I'll write the loop regarding the spaces. Okay, so for j in range, and I'll write the spaces. So the spaces will run from sp to 0 and -1. sp is 3. Because why sp3? Because we have first 3 spaces over here, then it comes to 2, then it comes to 1. That's why I've decreased it by 1, -1. So I'll print the spaces and I'll write end equal to this. That means the cursor will not move in the next line. Okay, now I'll decrease the number of spaces by sp equals to sp -1. This is a very fundamental statement because in each line the spaces are decreased by 1, getting decreased. Here 3, here 2, here 1. So next I have to print the stars because in each line first comes the spaces, then comes the star. So I'll write a loop for k in range, 1 to I plus 1. Very simple, very easy. From I to 1, 1 to I plus 1. Because in each line it will run, if 1 is 3, it will run from 1 to 2. Means the loop will run 3 times. So we'll print a star over here. Just a moment. And end, having the cursor on the same line. And this we have the cursor on the same line. Now in the next statement we'll take the cursor in the next line, which means that we'll take the cursor in line by let's run the program and see if we get these first 4 lines over what we have here. First 4 lines, let's check it out. Well, first I have to mention, I'll write np, which is new Python basically. So if I run the program, Just a moment. Look, I have the possible output that I want. It's down here. Now I have to go for the next lines. Here there's a decrease in space. First, the increase in space. We're starting with 1, then we're starting with 3, then then we're ending with 5. Okay? Now, I'll write sp underscore sec. Why sec? Because I want to have the spaces in the second pattern. I've already told you that I've divided the patterns into 2 parts, so sec means the second pattern. So then we have over here for I in range, I'll write it like 5, 0, -2. 5, 0, -2. And colon. Because there's a decrease in the stars. It's coming to 5, then coming to 3, then coming to 1. There's a decrease in the stars. In the very next step, I'll print the spaces. So I'll run a loop for j in range, sp sec, the second, then 2. Okay, we have sp sec and then 2. Now we'll print the spaces. Print and just a moment, out here. Then we'll write sp sec minus equal to 1. Next line I have to print the stars. So I'll write for k in range 1 to I plus 1. It's very simple. 1 to I plus 1. Next line I'll print the stars, definitely. I'll print the stars. Then I'll go to the next line. Print and the execution of the statement. Now we'll run the program and see what have we got. And we got the exact thing that we wanted. It's up here, right? The exact thing that we wanted. So this is the program all about. It's very simple. You can check it out and see you in the next video.